Last week, I asked you all to submit questions, Q&A questions for me to answer, but specifically around being gay. And I thought to change it up a bit, we would do it out in public, in the park, because questions around being gay shouldn't be confined to the bedroom. They should be out in public and in the open. And our reflector just fell down. What a great intro. While my friend Sam is fixing the reflector, I'm also shooting on my brand new GoPro Hero 5, which I did actually use last week as a bit of a tester. Roll the fun montage. So I bet my life on you. But it is actually really low on battery, so it's probably going to die at any point during this shoot. I thought that to mix it up a bit, I'm going to be building a little Lego Star Wars thing here. I got it for my birthday, and it says that it's for ages 6 to 12, which is probably going to reflect how unpractical I am in real life. Now, getting into the box is the next part. What the fuck? How do you... And this just demonstrates how unpractical I actually am. How do you actually get into it? It's like a tissue box. I've got it. No reason to panic. Oh my God, that's meant to form an X-wing. Usually, I never read instructions, but let's start off with a question, shall we? Question 1 comes from Reese versus the World. I'm the only remotely queer person out in my Catholic high school of over 200 people. What do I do, or how do I cope, as I'm definitely not coping? Well, unfortunately, I was not in a Catholic high school and I wasn't out at school, but I certainly know plenty of people that have been in this situation, and I guess it is really, really difficult. But what you got to remember is that school is a really confined part of your life, well, in my opinion is anyway. And when you leave school, your world will open up dramatically, and as isolated as you feel, as soon as you leave school, whether you go to university or you don't, you start to interact with so many different people in the world, and you realize that it's not really the fact that you're the only one that's gay. There are so many people that are out there, and it's kind of like a liberating experience. It's that new age kind of saying, it gets better. I know it sounds corny, but it really does get better. I'm gonna build the X-Wing man, attaching the helmet to his head. This is, oh God, it's like opening chips. Oh, there we go. Oh look, it's so cute. It's his little helmet. I'm building this because Star Wars Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, is going to be coming out in like a month or so, and I am super duper excited. Ah! Yes, success. I've done one thing. Oh, he's got a little blaster somewhere, hang on. Part 1 complete. What should I call him? I'll call him Copernicus. There he is. That sounds like a Star Wars name, or a name for your cat. My next question, are you currently dating someone, and if so, who? I am not dating anyone. I wish that I was. I'm just single as fuck. Oh, this one, now this was a really long question, so I've abbreviated it into my own words to try and get it across. So this person was going to meet up with a guy who he liked very much. After many cancellations, they finally agreed, but before meeting, this other guy told him that he was transitioning from male to female. Now, the person who wrote this question said that he is not attracted to females, and he was put off by actually meeting, but still had such a strong emotional draw to this person. So he was really, really confused as to what he was feeling, and asked if I'd been in a similar situation. I haven't been in that situation before, but I have thought about it a lot because I know transgender people and we've spoken about it before. And I don't think that you should feel bad about your reaction. I think it's natural, and it's a reflection of the way that we are brought up in society, I guess. Because if I was in that situation, I'd probably react the same way. As much as I'd hate myself for it, I'd probably react the same way. If you think of another situation where, let's say you're with someone and you've been with them for years, you might be married, and years down the track they decide to transition to another gender, I feel in that situation I would actually be very supportive of them because you love that person for who they are, it doesn't matter. And you hear situations all the time in life where people stay with that person because you're just so emotionally attached to them. You're emotionally attached to the person, not their gender. So it is a tough question. I don't think you should feel bad or think that you've done the wrong thing. It is something that's open for discussion. If someone is watching this video and wants to comment on it, feel free to go into the comments and talk about it. Right, next part of this is, yeah, it says build the X-Wing. Yeah, thank you very much. What is it? It wants that piece, which I literally just saw. Aha, it's hiding under the book. I've got it there. Got that done. I'll be interested to know what I actually look like when I'm concentrating, because a lot of people look like monkeys and I'm probably the one that looks the most like one because I'm not very practical. Is that starting to look like an X-Wing? Sort of. Let's do another little bit before I ask another question. And the blue one, this is not good for my color deficiency. What is the best gay app you've ever used? Well, that is like picking between evils. What you needed to ask was, what is the least worst? I made a video, funnily enough, last week about using these apps when you're traveling, because I actually feel they're a really good way to meet people, particularly other gay people in another country where you may not have the confidence to go up to someone, say in a bar or somewhere public, to actually talk to them, particularly when they speak a different language to you. I didn't really answer that question. Bottoming or topping for the first time, how did you know that you were ready, and was it with someone special or a hookup? Well, firstly, it was with a partner at the time, so someone special, not a hookup, go me. In terms of topping, I don't think I ever thought about it, I just sort of did it, and that's actually, no, that's the same with bottoming as well. I was so blasé about the whole experience, and I just sort of went, oh yeah, why not, let's just do it. Got on it, literally, and almost threw up. I was so shocked at what came about, because I did not prepare for it at all. Naive mistake, I was only 18 or 19 at the time. What you see in pornography and what other men generally tell you is not accurate, okay? Particularly if it's your first time. So take your time. Not everyone can do someone special. I'm actually reading the book called A Life in Parts by Bryan Cranston, who's the guy from Breaking Bad, the main actor. He's not gay, but he's just talking about his first sexual experience where he actually did it with a prostitute. And although it's not ideal, it happened, you move on and you get better. Take bad experiences and learn from them. Easy. The next question is from Stefan Jonas, who is a YouTuber that I know, and he simply asks, when the fuck are you coming to Germany? Well, I've been there twice, Stefan. When the fuck are you coming to Australia? That's my question to you. Ooh, polls. So, oh my God, how is that? Oh, that was easier than I thought. Oh, it goes on there. Oh, that is so cool. Timothy asked, when are you coming to Belgium? Timothy, I've actually been to Belgium before. I've been to Bruges, but would love to come back. However, I don't have any plans in the near future to come back. Roland Cereal Bar, I'm assuming this is referring to Roland the YouTuber. Why doesn't Rolly love me? He just leaves me about everywhere. That's because he's an asshole, okay? And he'd love me for saying that. Nay, bitch. Another question from TJ is, what is your biggest fetish? Funnily enough, I spoke about this a few weeks ago in a video. I don't really have like a fetish, or it's yet to be discovered, so we'll see. The next question comes from Heart Coils. How old were you when you were first attracted or experienced feelings for another guy? And what did you think about it at the time? Well, it was around the age of, 13, 14, maximum puberty. And at the time, I guess I didn't really think about it, because you're learning about different sex organs from both genders, and I just thought it was like simple curiosity. And then I realized I had zero curiosity for the female sex organs. It wasn't until maybe year 12, which in Australia is your final year of high school, until I actually came to the conclusion that yes, this is who I was. But I still wasn't out about it, and I still had this little inkling saying, oh, maybe you're not, maybe you should try talking to girls, and then nothing happened. So it wasn't until university where you see gay people everywhere and you just go, well, I'm gay, hello. And there we have it. It is an X-Wing. You can even see Sam in the background wave, who's been filming me. There he is. And now I'm gonna put Copernicus in the front of it. So off he goes, and he sits in there. And don't rip his head off. There he is. Pew pew. There's an X-Wing. Now I'm sort of, oh yeah, I should be talking that way, shouldn't I? This is the thing. I just lose track of what I'm doing, so now I have a director to direct me. Here is my little X-Wing with Copernicus, and pew pew pew. He can like hold it up so he's checking his visor. But yeah, there you go. There's a little X-Wing fighter, Lego Star Wars, with some Q&Gay questions. Thank you guys for watching my video. If you have any more questions, feel free to write them in the comments below. Maybe we can do another Q&Gay sometime else, and maybe in another part of the city, so you can see another part of the city. This fly is so annoying. Also, if you have some points of discussion that you want to talk about based on what we've mentioned in this video, feel free to write them below as well. And I think I mentioned a few weeks ago that I'm doing a bit of a rebrand of my channel to make it more relevant to what I'm doing now. And that is going to be coming up in the next few weeks as well. So look out for that. And until next time, that's a wrap. Pew, 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 pew.